Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for coming through. Come through. What they gotta say. I haven't ever said that come on through. I think that's what people be saying. When people do stuff and they happy about them doing it, or when they do stuff, or I don't know. I just felt like I should say come through. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Uh so good to see you, talk to you, engage you. Where's my phone? Hmm. Huh. I need my phone so I can know what I'm doing. Know what I'm doing. Know what I'm doing. Good morning, Letitia Wright. Good morning. Where's the phone at? There it is. Be right back. What? Be right back. BRB. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What's up? How y'all be? What's happening in your world? Good morning, Judith. Good morning. Still putting on jury. Still putting on jury. Hey, Dorian. Good morning, Dorian. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, all right. I can do that. That works. That works, Pamela. Pam's precious pieces. A lot of the things. Well, I got so many jury, but so much jury from all over the place. But a lot of it is paparazzi from Pam's precious pieces. Pamela Bracy. You can look her up on the internet or what you call it? Facebook. Facebook. Pam's precious pieces. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to 5 a.m. for 5:40 a.m. The 5 a.m. club. The Why 5 a.m. Why 5 a.m. Because that's when Papa told me to do it, or that's when it felt right to me. He gave me options. Love me some paparazzi jewelry. I know, right? Isn't it? It's wonderful. $5. All for just $5. So yeah, welcome, 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 and welcome. Today we're talking about this notion of we're concluding the Just Do You. We are concluding Just Do You. And let me get my ticker tape on because today is the day. Not a ticker tape. Where's my ticker tape? There we go, up there. Ticker tape. Today's the day. Tawanda. Good morning. Good morning, dear. Good morning and welcome. So today is the day. Today is the day that we air For the Love of It. For the Love of It. I think it's episode 7. Episode 7. Let me just say, straight out the gate, just do you. Just do you. For God's sake, just do you. For God's sake, just do you, beloved. So it's the 7th episode of For the Love of It. And I'm just doing me. I'm just going into the television studio, sitting down in front of the camera and being Kathy. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all that I'm doing. I'm sitting, I'm being me, I'm having conversations. So, this conversation that you and I are having, I've been having this kind of conversation since February the 20th, 2020. I think that was the date that Debbie found. February the 20th, 2020, I've been having this kind of conversation. February 20. I think that's the date. Yeah. And it's just me being me. That's why it's doable. That's why it's sustainable. That's why there are results. Like people who come and receive, and I receive from being available to share and from, just the whole give and take of it all. I receive. And so just do you, for God's sake, just do you. You will save yourself a whole lot of frustration, irritation. You will save yourself just thank you, Letitia. Thank you, dear. You will save yourself just the misery of attempting to do and be somebody else. Just do you, beloved. Just do you. Don't try to do nobody else. Don't try to work it out. Don't try. Like when you find yourself looking across the aisleway and thinking somebody else has it better, comparison and contrast, look back at you and remind yourself that you have a superpower. And you bring something into the universe that nobody else brings. That you show up in the way that is very unique to you. And no one can compete with you doing and being you. It's just not possible for there to be any kind of a real competition. Because like literally, if I am competing, I've got to compete with yesterday's version. Yesterday's version of Kathy didn't have a television show. Yesterday's version of Kathy didn't have a 3.5 year running live Facebook. Yesterday's version of Kathy didn't have an LTE. Yesterday's version of Kathy didn't have a Queen's Adventure under her belt and another one coming September. Yesterday's version of Kathy did not have a date for a TED Talk. Yesterday's version of Kathy did not have a new book that dropped. Yesterday's version of Kathy wasn't 60 years old. Yesterday's version of Kathy wasn't 60 years old. Yesterday's version of Kathy didn't have some of the relationships that she has today. I'm just saying, beloved, the only competition that you have is yesterday's version. That's it. It's yesterday's version. That's your only competition. Other than that, there ought to be no comparison. Other than that, there ought to be no comparison. None, beloved, none. So I'm inviting you to not compete, not compare yesterday's version with today's version. I mean, that's not what I meant. To not compare your version with anybody else's version. I always say just do you because everybody else is already taken. Amen. Yes, that's right. They are taken. Good morning, Erica. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning, honey bun. Right? So if you stay focused on just doing you, then you get the opportunity to keep improving you. You get the opportunity to keep growing as you. You get the opportunity to keep becoming better versions of you. You get the opportunity to just sit with you and know what works and know what doesn't work. Know what you like and know what you don't like. Know all of those kinds of things. You get the opportunity to keep working at being the best version of you. When you just do you, that opportunity becomes available to and for you. So I'm inviting you to that, to just do you. Good morning, Brian. Have a blessed day to you too, sis. To you too. So as you, how is it going? So as you just, good morning, cuz. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers. And we are mothers in lots of different ways. So whichever way you are a mother, happy Mother's Day. Thank you, cuz. Love you. Appreciate you for that. I would have forgotten to say that. I would have forgotten to say that, but I definitely want to say Happy Mother's Day. So yeah, so just do you. For God's sake, let's stop using our energy believing that the grass is greener. That the grass is greener if I was more like, if I were more like. Now, there are some qualities to aspire to, but just because of the qualities, not because you're looking at somebody else's life and aspire to have their life, because you don't really know what their life is. You don't know. You know what you see on the outside. But there's some people's life who you perhaps are aspiring to. And beloved, let me just say, if you were to get a real peek behind the curtain, you would run. You would not aspire. You would not aspire to that. You just would not. And so I'm just saying, be sure to focus on that which you, now where is the thing at here? To focus on that which that's yours to have. And not somebody else's, because you don't want what is somebody else's. You only want what is yours to have. So, for God's sake, just do you. Just do you, beloved. For God's sake. It's going to be easier. It's going to be more rewarding. It's going to be authentic. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because life isn't easy. It's not designed to be easy. I'm not one of those people who believe that life is designed to be hard either. I don't ascribe to hard and suffering. It's a part of it, and we know we can't get away from it. But there's some people who subscribe to it, like that's their thing, and that's okay. Because my thing is love, self-love. That's my thing. And maybe they've been put on the earth to talk about suffering, and I'm okay with that. I personally just don't subscribe to the conversation. It's not the conversation I want to have all the time. And so, but suffering is a part of this here journey of ours. And if we only have easy, we don't build certain muscles. So suffering, going up the rough side of the mountain, if you will, helps us develop in those ways that's necessary to get up the rough side of the mountain. Well, if everything was smooth, elevator like, escalator like, there's some muscles we don't build if we ride the elevator. Sometimes we got to take the steps. Sometimes we just got to take the steps and build those muscles, right? Good morning, Ray. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Sometimes we got to build those muscles by going up the rough side of the mountain. But rough is in the sense of you working to be a better version of you, the higher, truer, fuller version of you, as in that sense. Not rough as in the sense of you trying to emulate somebody else. That's rough. And it's an unnecessary rough because it doesn't benefit you. Like, again, there's some qualities like, love, honor, respect, consistency, trust, service, authenticity, transparency. Like, there are some qualities that I ascribe to and aspire to. And oftentimes others will have those qualities, and I admire that in them. I admire the level of the quality, the degree of the quality, the consistency of the quality. But I'm admiring the quality. I'm not admiring them in a sense in order to be like them. I value what I see in them, and I would like to have that as a quality. So there were times that I didn't necessarily believe for myself that certain things were available for me, but I saw them in other people who I could connect to. So I emulated them. I followed their footsteps, their footprint, and I did it for them. And that was because I couldn't believe for it for me just on GP. That's no longer my truth. Now I believe for me, I still look at other people to look at their patterns and things like that, because we learn from each other. Nothing is new under the sun. Everybody we've gone a way, Someone else has gone in that way, but not exactly the way that we would go because they're not us. But there are patterns and processes and pathways that have been paved. Like there's some things I don't have to repeat because somebody else has already gone that way. So I'm not talking about that. We do stand on the shoulder of those who've gone before us, right? We stand on the shoulders of others. So that absolutely. But it's us who are standing on the shoulder and not a cookie cutter version of them. Not a cookie cutter version of them. Just do you for God's sake. Just do you for God's sake, okay? Be your own unique version, your own unique person, your own unique, have your own unique presentation. Because not doing that does not honor you. It does not honor your creator. It does not honor your path that only you can pave. For God's sake, just do you. Right? Just do you. Just do the thing that only you can do, the way that only you can do it, the way that only you can do it. Everybody have different ways of approaching things. Can you honor your way of approaching it? And if it doesn't work for you, can you just go on and do some work so you can get some new tools, some new strategies, some systems and processes and things to go along? Can you just do that? Can you take care of all of that? And so as you just do the thing that it is for you to do, then beloved, make sure that you honor that. Make sure that you're okay with you. Make sure that you're okay with the particular version of things that that you are to do. Become. Make sure that you're okay with that, right? That you are not using your time and energy looking at others, wishing that you were them. You don't know what their life is behind the curtain. So let's not wish that. Let's be okay with our version. And if there's something in our life that we don't like, that we don't want, that isn't working for us, go do it. Now, I recently signed up for a course. And if you look at my credentials, you'd be like, girl, why are you taking that course? Thank you, honey bun. You'll be thinking, why are you taking that course? That don't even make sense. You did this, and this. I'm taking it because I want to make sure. I'm taking it because I'm filling any possible gap. I'm taking it because of what I know is in front of me. I'm taking it because it makes me feel good. Right? And so I'm not living somebody else's life. I'm not. And somebody else can look at my life and believe that I should be on this path. That's on them. And I'm good with that. They can have their opinion. I don't try to fight with other people in their opinion about me. I literally, so let me just say, I just said something that'll give you some freedom if you will hook into it. I do not fight other people regarding their opinion about me. I don't fight that. Like if I hear that somebody believes this about me, okay. If I hear that somebody thinks this about me, okay. If I hear, okay, I'm good with that. Like one of the things that I tell my friends is that if you, like if you're in a conversation and someone's talking negative about me, like I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that someone is talking negative. Now, if it's something that I need to address, that's one thing. But if it's just somebody's opinion, if it's just somebody who, whatever, they have a right to their opinion. I don't need to hear it because I don't need to have to work through it. Right? I don't need to have to work through it. I don't need to lift it off. If you're there and it's something you want to address, that's fine. You don't have to then turn around and bring it to me because I'm not interested. Do you know they said this about you? They have a right to. That's my opinion. They have a right to. It's within their ability to talk about whoever they want to talk about. If they want to use their energy and their time and their space talking about me, so be it. But I don't need to know about it. I'm definitely not going to defend it or try to change their mind. I'm simply going to live my life. I'm simply going to be me. I'm simply going to do what I do. And They get to form their own opinions. Because because this is the thing, beloved. If we are fighting against somebody else's opinion of us, we're not just fighting against the opinion they formed. We are fighting why they formed that opinion. And that why goes way back to their history that doesn't have nothing to do with you. When you get that revelation, you stop fighting people. You will. You move right on out the way because you know that thing that triggered them in the moment, it has just a little bit, maybe 15% to do with the right now, which is involving you, and so much more to do with the 85% that's involving a whole bunch of people, and maybe involving people who you don't know and have never known, right? And so, yeah, give yourself space and room to not be entangled with other people and let them live their life. Like, wish them adieu and blessings. Child, they talked about Jesus. That's what my mama used to say, right? They talked about Jesus, right. When the haters hate on you, just know you're doing something right. Hey, honey. I just don't even give opinion. Like, I don't give opinion to others, right? I just don't. I don't engage that level of energy. Like, I really sincerely believe that everyone has a right to their opinion. And I don't. Like Lisa Nichols, this is the thing. I'm going to teach that course. I'm probably going to teach it starting in a couple of weeks. I know I want to go on and get that course under my belt. I'm going to teach it the start of June, y'all. The start of June, probably the second Tuesday in June. So if you'd like to be a part of that class, then you want to join the Freedom Series, and I'll tell you how to get there. And so the Freedom Series is it'll get you 6 courses a year for $97 a month. 6 courses a year for $97 a month. Or you can just get the one course for $197. Any course for $197, or 6 courses in a year's time for $97 a month. And so, as I get ready to say, so Lisa Nichols says this thing: nothing to hide, nothing to prove, nothing to fear, nothing to protect. That's the one that Letitia found for me. The gold mine that the scribe found. So I'm going to teach that course the second Tuesday in, I think starting the second Tuesday in June. So for you Freedom Riders, your Freedom Series participants, make sure that I'm going to send you the link so you can, some of you are signed up already. You're already a part of the journey. And then some of you got to get re-signed up because anyway, that's the whole behind the scenes that's going to be fire. It is going to be fire. It is going to be fire. So spread the word that we're getting ready to start a series where we're teaching nothing to hide, nothing to prove, nothing to defend, nothing to protect. If you want to be a part of it, you could join the Freedom Series, and we will meet on Tuesdays from 8 to 9, 8 a.m. I think we do from 8 to 9. I think that's what we do, 7. And maybe we'll move it up from 7 to 7:30. But 8 to 9, 8 to 9:30. It's kind of late for me, but that allowed me to get everything done that I do, and that kind of thing. But at any rate, we'll talk about the time. So I'm inviting us to make sure that that we just do us. So today we're going to continue even on the show this notion of just doing you. We're going to have a conversation around good enough. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into that because I want us to have some freedom. Like, freedom really is our birthright, beloved. It's our birthright. And I want us to be able to have a little bit of freedom, a lot of bit of freedom. And we're not free when we are when we're hiding, proving, defending, and protecting. That's bondage. That's bondage. Well, they're not going to talk to me like that. Well, how you going to stop them? For real, though. How you going to stop them? Like, you're not with them 24/7, but even if you were, that's a fight. Well, they not gonna mistreat me. Well, yeah, and you have the ability for them to not mistreat. I don't let people mistreat me. Like, if that's happening, I'm going to exit. I'm not going to demand that they stop mistreating me. They have a right to do whatever, but they don't have a right to do whatever with me. So if I'm being mistreated, I'm going to exit the situation. Well, how dare they say this about me? So what? Like, it doesn't have to matter unless you let it matter. Unless you let it matter, it does not have to matter, beloved. Somebody thinks this of me. Okay. All right. And sometimes it hurt. I'm not saying it's hurt. I'm not saying I'm cavalier about it. If certain people have negative opinions of me, that will hurt my heart. Because that's not who I want to be in the earth. It's not how I want to show up. It's not how I attempt to show up. But if that's what people's experience is with me, I've got to release that and let that be. Like, I can't squabble over, but they don't want to join you because they believe you. Okay, there's so many other people for them to join. I want them to have what they need. I don't want them to be with me just because they should be with me. No, they shouldn't. Not if it doesn't work for them. If it doesn't work for them, they need to be with who works for them. Because I'm not for everybody, and everybody isn't for me, and that's life. That is life. I'm not for everybody, and everybody isn't for me. And beloved, that is life. And so I invite us all to take the walk that is ours to take. Take the journey that is ours to take. To be okay with who we are and how we are, and to show up in the way that works for us. And just do you, for God's sake. For God's sake. Just do you, beloved. And as long as you are doing you, you don't have to fight. You don't have to defend. You don't have to prove. Hey, cousin, good morning. Good morning. I love you too. You don't have to do any of those things. If you just do you, then you are going to get such dividends, such return, such a lift, such a validation. It doesn't mean you're going to be perfect. You're going to fall. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do all that. But that's a part of doing you too. And when you own that, when you know that that's okay, then beloved, life is so much better when you do you. For God's sake, do you. And that way you maximize your energy. You can't be like, you'll never be a good copycat. Never. Never. Because that part that's in you will always be screaming like, yeah, but what about us? What about the thing that we really prefer? What about the way that we really are? Like, that'll always keep tripping you up. You'll always be in some internal war or battle because you're working to be and do like somebody else. So, beloved, join me today on For the Love of It, where we're going to dive a little bit more into Just Do You. We're going to look at the whole good enough conversation. So make sure you join me today, 11:30 to noon, on on 313watkins.com, live streaming, 313watkins.com. It is a television show, not a radio broadcast. I've heard somebody say that. And look, I'm going to need somebody to call in. Call in, because the phone is going to be sitting right there on the desk. I'm going to say callers. I'm going to invite you to call in and ask a question, give a comment, add to the conversation, something like that. Okay? All right. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I, we just simply don't have the right to not be amazing. We just don't. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. What's the number? So I don't think I know. Wait. What's the number? Okay, let me see if I can't find the number right quick. Let's see. We can't find the number, because typically we've got the numbers are always at the bottom of the screen, but I usually, let me see, episode number 4. I should have the numbers written in that. Here we go. I got the numbers. Good ask, cousin. Good ask. Let me see if I can find y'all back. All right, here go the numbers right here. 313-868 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, 313-868-4336, 868 0342, 868 0351, 868 4336. Call in on any one of those numbers and let's have a conversation, 11:30 to noon. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, cousin, for that question. I love y'all. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I do not have that right. We forfeited it when we took the breath. I'm just saying. Love you. Bye-bye. See you at 11:30.